Welcome to Zen Fits. This rainy day in Blackstone, Virginia, the center of the world, but then you too are the center of the world. The title of this talk, I just thought it up and jumped right in here, is The Martini of Marriage. Now, the reason I use the martini, it's my birthday tomorrow, and it's in the morning. But anyway, the martini has fascinated me ever since I met my Uncle Tommy, who was a photographer in Tampa and was a martini priest. He collected martini glasses. I have inherited 500 of them. He was looking for the Holy Grail. One of them may be the Holy Grail. And when I would go visit him, we would always go to his local watering holes, which is like Friends on TV. And he would walk in the restaurant bar and they would say, "Tommy!" And they would already have his martini poured or shaken and poured. And, so his favorite places is where they had the biggest martini. And I learned the language of martini. Do you know what a dividend is? Well, the dividend is what's left in the shaker. So instead of pouring it out, a good bar will give you the dividend. And he always drank martinis, lemon twist. No olives, there's an olive here, but lemon twist. And it took me a while to figure out, taken me years to understand what that lemon twist is. My uncle was a closeted Zen master. Everything he did had a little Zen in it, you see, but it took a long time to figure that out. So the lemon twist is irony. He was always leaving little lemon twists around. This one is a lemon twist. See, it's not real. Did I get you? So this was one of his little tricks, you see, the lemon twist. The lemon twist is an assumption that catches you, like, oh, there's a fingernail polish turned over on your coffee table. Oh no, oh, it's just plastic. Or a little plastic turd. Oh no, the dog left a turd. Oh, it's just plastic. Lemon twist. He left them everywhere. Landmines like that, everywhere. So I inherited that a little bit from him. I also inherited the Zen of the martini. Now, why do I say the martini of marriage? What did I say? The marriage is a martini, whatever. Now, the thing about the martini is that you got the gin and you got the vermouth, and they are separate. They're different. Gin is gin, vermouth is vermouth. Put them together. You cannot separate them. You see? So the martini is the one that is two. They're different, gin and vermouth, but you cannot separate them. And this is the secret of of Zen, you see. Life is one, but everything is different. Everything is separate. Everything has its own name. Gin, G-I-N, vermouth, wine, V-E-R-M-O-U-T-H. Separate forms, but there is a one, a unity, in which they cannot be separated, even though they are different, you see. And that is marriage. Marriage is a relationship of two ones, two of gin and vermouth, that cannot be separated. And yet they're different. So that's the mystery. How can you be different in one at the same time? Well, that has to be created, discovered, stumbled upon, poured in a glass and drunk like a martini. But always, there's a little bit of irony that you must put in there, a little laugh, little lemon twist, little surprise, where the assumption is proved to be transparent, you see. So the assumption that proves to be transparent is the lemon twist. So my uncle would mine his house, with lemon twists. little jokes, little surprises, little tricks. You never know when you're going to step on one in life. You never know when your assumption is going to be made transparent. I just had a lemon twist a little while ago. We got a leak on my front porch. Drip, it's raining. Drip, drip, drip. And I put some tar gunk up, under the gunked up the shingles up there. I couldn't find any leak there, so it must be coming from the flashing. It must be coming from the flashing and running down the rafter and dropping down through the ribs. So I was up there gunking and putting stuff in the flashing, can't find the leak. I assumed that the leak was up in the flashing. So this morning, I put a ladder up there and climbed up and stuck my head up in the hole and looked around to see where that damn leak was coming from. It was coming from directly above the hole, which was in the shingles where I had previously put all of the roof tar, to stop the leak that I thought was perfectly sealed. My assumption was made transparent. You see, lemon twist. So the marriage is a martini in that you have to mix the gin and the vermouth together. Stir, don't shake it. My uncle said if you shake it, you bruise the gin. Stir. And so what we're talking about here is creating. If you got a relationship where you got two worlds, my world, my interest, me, and you got the other, my world, and they're like neek, neek, neek. So you got to find that martini, that one where the two can be one. But you still keep the two. It's important to keep the two separate because they are separate. The gin is gin. The vermouth is, you can't make the gin become vermouth without also keeping the gin. I mean, you see what I mean? This is the alchemy, where you mix two base metals together and you come up with gold. That was what alchemy was all about. It was a mystical science. When you take these two ingredients, how can we become one out of the two? How can we find love out of two me's, you see? Me. So you have to find or create a world or a place or a thing or an activity where the two me's can be one in the martini. And then you drink it and you get a little high. But there's always that lemon twist. There's always that little joke, that little irony, that fun, that surprise. So it's always fresh. You see it for the first time. With the two me's, gin and vermouth, the gin is always gin, the vermouth is always, it's boring. Me is boring. I'm me. I got my stuff. I got my interest. It's boring. There's me, this, me, but it's known. But when there's relationship, when there's the martini, and you mix the gin and the vermouth together in a new activity, a new world, a new discovery, a new world, you see, there's a surprise. There's a lemon twist. This is fun. There's a surprise. It's exciting. It's not boring. It's new. So you see yourself for the first time. You see your first self for the first time in a martini of relationship where the one is two. They're different, but they cannot be separated. So this one is transcendent of the two. This one is upstream of the two me's. The two me's are form. The two me's, the two I's, the two egos are form, are known, are defined. You see, objects, somebody, I'm somebody, you see. But when you put them together in a relationship, in a martini, something new is created that never existed before. And each me is expanded by the other, you see. So the two me's become larger than themselves in the relationship. the one that is two. But this is a dynamic relationship. This is a dynamic unity, not fixed. When it becomes fixed, it becomes boring, and you lose the lemon twist. You lose the irony. You lose the surprise. You lose the joke. You lose the laughter. And you lose the intoxication. So, anyway, thanks for dropping in. Have a martini. And, if you don't like a martini, you can have some scotch. Thanks, Tommy. See you all next time.